New video today. We have road to payout day 12, I think, or day 13, not sure. Day 13 actually. So yeah, here let's start with the economic calendar. We can see that at 8:30 we have core PPI, so I wanted to be done by then, and I was, which is good. So let's see the trades. So today I took 2 trades, both worked out, really nice setups. So let's go through them. So first, as you can see, we went up and swept Asia high, and then we displaced lower and gave an inverse right here. It's a small fair value gap, but still. And as well, even if we didn't enter there, we can enter here and on the break structure, enter there, and also get the same result. For me, I got a really bad feel. So the feel that you were supposed to have was actually not like this, but like this. This is where you're supposed to enter. Stop was supposed to be at above these bodies, above the body that gave the break structure in this case, or actually, sorry, inverse. And then the target would be 1.5 R, like this, just below the low hanging fruit. But then, as you can see, price didn't do that. So the entry I got was actually like this, because when I was trying to place my stop around here, the risk was too large. It was 0.7%, which I did not want. So until I figured out where I need to put my stop in order for me to have 0.5%. Why this happens? Because on TradingView, you can only put one contract size, and when I set my stop loss to here, it was 0.7 with one contract size. If I try to lower the contract size, I cannot, because it's one is minimum. So then price moved down a lot, and then I figured that this price right here is 0.5%. That is where I set the stop loss, and as you can see, price did end up going to my take profit and a lot more down, and I ended up bagging $400 on this one, which is pretty solid. Still more than intended, but still good. So why am I doing it like this? Why am I only targeting 1.5R with 0.5%? Well, because on Apex you need to have at least you need to make a profit of $2,600 before you can request a payout. So with this, the only way I can request a payout on this price right here, if I want to request, let's say 2,000, which is the maximum, and then just like don't trade the account anymore, so maybe one payout from this account. To do this, we have to follow the 30% consistency rule, which is 30% of the whole profit, which is 2,600, which equals to $780. So I have to, my max profit day has to be not more than $780, and I was keeping that up. I was so on each trade I make 375, so I'm still I get 750 usually, so I'm not breaking this rule. But then today with this trade, my stop loss was here, and it was more than 0.5%. It was around 0.6 or 7%, I think, on this one, and my target was still 1.5R. I didn't even watch the charts, so I was like, it triggered, as you can see, basically a bottom tick. Basically, it just triggered alone because I had a limit there, and I didn't exit manually. If I did, I would have exited around here, so I would stay within this, but that did not happen. So as you can see, I made $940, which is a lot more than this. So now the amount that I have to make in order for this rule to be applied, so that I get a payout if I request it, is I think $3,200. So I need to be in profit of $3,200. Basically, I need to have this amount in order for me to pay out $2,000 without breaking any rules, because I think that 30% of this 3,200 is I think 960, I believe, yeah, dollars. So I'm not sure. It's either to 960 or 950. So yeah, I have to stay with under that right here in order for me to be able to get a payout. So yeah, and now I can actually risk. I don't even mind if it's 0.7 because I will stay under this no matter what. And then about the trade, what we did, I didn't explain the trade. So we closed with London and then we reached into London wicks, and then we displaced down to the downside below this fair value gap, which means we inversed it, and that was this candle right here. So my entry was on this candle exactly, and my target was 1.5 R. The low hanging fruit was actually this close. Why? I'll show you right now, but let me just. So basically this was the low hanging fruit, and as you can see, once we take out that low hanging fruit, price goes up and would have stopped us out most likely. So why was this the low hanging fruit? Well, this is the first low on the 15-minute time frame in this case, which is why it was the low hanging fruit. Okay, sorry, that was for this one. Okay, this low hanging fruit was because we have a 15 minutes, as sorry, I was explaining this in the last video. Sorry for my speed, by the way. So I was explaining this in the last video. What I was explaining is that once we have a fair value gap like this, and then we have a low inside of it, most likely will close and fill out the whole 50-minute fair value gap, which is why this was not the low hanging fruit, but this really was the low hanging fruit. And as you can see, it did really nicely. So yeah, that was those two were my trades for today. Good trades, and this week is really good. We have full transparency. Last week we had a loss, but this time we have a lot of wins in a row. Even on these days where actually I messed up, the second trade was also supposed to be a win. I mean the first one, sorry. So we have the first one where I exited on break even, but because I was greedy and trying to get the low hanging fruit, but I was just supposed to exit at 1.5 R. So this was also supposed to be a win, but we are still up for the week and it's great. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Whatever happens, we are still going to end in profit for the week, which is very nice. So yeah, sorry for speeding. I have some other shit to do. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. Thank you guys for watching.